7 days to change your life. We'll be talking about change.
When you are in the midst of people that always constantly hurt you, when you are in the midst of people that always look down on you, talk down on you, doesn't take you serious, there's sometimes you have to change about you. There is some way you change things, that people will start looking up to you. People will start seeing you as that person they never see before.
Personal change is a change where you take decisions on your own. You don't emulate other people to do what they think of you to do. You do things on your own way. You don't think about the peer pressure of people.
Change comes with a big sacrifice. There is what we call deception, pain, agony. There are many things that comes with it. So you first of all leaving your own country, you first change, and the decision of changing doesn't come from you. Traveling, especially those that travel through land, through Libya, getting to a different country, finally get to Europe, being in Italy, that wasn't your choice and that wasn't your own way of changing. So when you start to live your own life, one day you get a call, no, you are not staying there, so you are going to another country. So that change also doesn't come from you. And at the end of those decisions of changing, that was instructed unto you, that you didn't even decide or even talked about. So just imagine all those changes you have already had in your own life that doesn't even come from you, and you also doesn't even know how. And imagine being traumatized, being violated through those changes. So when it comes to the time of you taking your own decision of changing, after everything been through, you don't even wish to change because you don't know how the change will go. You don't know what step you are taking, and you don't want to live the same life you lived before because you are going to the land of unknown again. It's like changing, even if it's the same country, or changing from one place to another, or just even if it doesn't even mean about changing environment or taking decision on your own life. There are things you don't even wish to change because first of all, you don't want to feel the pain. You are done of being destroyed, being stigmatized.
Change is very difficult, it's very hard. It requires a lot of energy, physically, mentally, and I can even say emotionally and spiritually. It takes someone that is strong enough to be able to say, okay, I've decided to change this aspect of my life. It's all about facing challenges. It's all about going above your daily struggles and your traumas, going past your emotional traumas. For example, me, I was really being hooked because of the fact that I came to Europe and I wasn't really happy with what I came to do here or what I was supposed to do here, and I didn't go past through this part. Even at one point, I decided I would never go past this. I would just stay in this particular environment and not try to work on myself and what I choose to do to develop and make my life to be more worth living. I don't think I would move over to the positive aspect. The moment I decided this is enough, I decide, okay, now I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to mix myself in this particular environment. I'm not going to continue with this particular type of people, and I want to think for myself. I want a better future. I want to be more independent on myself. I would never have gone past this negative to the positive aspect. We have to take that decision, start doing things on our own, like start from the little things, like set up goals that you want to have, you want to accomplish in life, that you start going from one thing to the other and just try to have more positive people in your life.
Change, I think it's necessary for everybody. And change is very challenging as well. There's a huge sacrifice that go with changes, because the word change means giving something for something, going from new to another thing, you know. When you want to change, you must sacrifice something to obtain change. It might be you leaving the old you for a new you. Something has to go, you know. So I think this is the aspect, this is the difficult aspect of it, because most of us are so addicted, maybe I would say, or used to one way, that when change comes, we are afraid to accept change in order to allow continuity, to allow the old story to continue. The fact that you have to sacrifice something, this is what is very scary about change. You know, it might be maybe in a relationship, in friendship, for example. If you want to move from people or leave certain group of people, you have to another one. So you must leave certain one behind before you could be able to obtain this change. You know, so I think what, to my own personal experience, what stop people from changing or want to go for change, I think is the fear, because you are moving from a new and one world to another world, and the world you are going, you might be rejected. Where you are going, the change might not come immediately. The result might not be there. So because of this, people are really afraid to go for the change.
In life, you need to take some decision that will benefit you in life. You need to take some step that will make you a better person in life, and that comes to change. When people hurt you so much, you have to change the kind of people you mingle with, the place you live, the things you do.
You know, change is really, really drastic. Change might break you down. Change might turn you to someone you think you can't be. But at last you see, okay, maybe I tried. I think I tried for myself. You see that thing, that light you wanted to be, that light you wanted to see is even ahead. It's just a little way from you. You understand? Change is always something we must do. Change is always is very important in one's life. I swear. Before you do anything, you have to make a decision. You have to be hungry of what you want, Without you are not hungry of what you want, you can't get that thing. There are sometimes when you make a decision, later it will later backfire. Yes, you are making change. You try for yourself. You take a step. You understand? You are trying. This life, when our parents gave birth to us, we came with nothing. We came with nothing. We were all naked. But today we all have clothes to wear. You understand? It's change. For you to get to that place you really want to be, you have to change. Forget about the fear. There is a lot of fear in change, but change is what matters to you the most. And number 2, accept the kind of life that you are going to live after you change. I know it's difficult, but you have to change, because it's what is going to make you a better person in future.
I moved from one culture to another. I moved from one different people with different mindset. That shows me that helped me to build how my mentality works. The way I think things, the way I see things is completely different from the way I used to see it before this change. So this change, the fact that I make the move to change, enables a new me, live a new culture, a new way of thinking. Because if I had stayed still to this particular way of things being done, I could have not discovered other way. Change rebuild me. The way I see things now is completely different from the way I used to say it before making that change. So I think today I could say that I am happy of making the change, of choosing to change for something, because I see the results in me. Change is sacrifice. Change is letting go. Change is moving forward. Change is abandoning something. Change is caring. Change is fear. All these things about change has to be aligned before we can have a change. And we have all known, as we have expressed, that change is necessary. If you are not happy about where you are, about the way things are being done, about decisions being made around you, the next thing you need is change. It's how do I think about, how do I elaborate a plan to making change? How do I have a new story? How do I write a new chapter? How do I move forward? This is what change is all about, and it's what we all need. There's change it's tough, definitely, but there's a sweet aspect of change. There's a good result of change. We all here, we can testify about that, because if we didn't make a change, we will not be here today. We will not even be having a debate on this topic at all, because we wouldn't even know what it is. 7 days to change your life.